We're doing it. 2 Homebrew for Life videos back to back. It's a Christmas miracle.
It's go time.
Got a box from my boys out there in Yakima Valley. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Knoxville still has some grit. When I first got here about a year ago, all my Amazon packages were getting jacked. Toilet paper, Irish Spring soap, water-based lube, you name it. These goddamn tweakers living down here by this creek, they were looting all my packages. I had to come up with a game plan. Do I get a gun? Do I get a security system? I'm not a gun guy. I'd probably just end up breaking it out at a party and probably trying to show it off and end up blowing my hand off or something. But I had to think of something. I started feeding cats, feral cats. Don't get me wrong, dogs are chill, but cats, they're next level security. I started feeding them every single day, the good stuff, fancy feast. Now you may have heard of the Rat King or maybe even the Goblin King, but over the next 6 months, I became the Feral Cat King. These guys were scaring the tweakers off. They were actually killing some of the tweakers, man. All these little barrages just killing the tweakers left and right. We started brewing together. We started eating dinner together. These guys were always looking out, man. Feline companions by day, but bloodthirsty monsters by night. I still see these tweakers eyeballing from my porch, man. Fuck around and find out. Around and find out. Play stupid games. When are these tweakers gonna grow up, man? Stop doing that meth stuff and just become a weekend alcoholic that rips the occasional nose nachos like me. They say curiosity killed the cat. I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. I'd say curiosity killed the tweaker, man. So we got a box.
What's in the box?
All right, no tweakers means I finally get to open my packages, and big shout out to Yakima Valley Hops for finally letting me know what it feels like to be a pro skateboarder. We got all this cool swag here. Now I highly recommend signing up for their emailing list since they're always doing flash sales. And if you watch my channel, you know I'm always stressing to buy hops in bulk. You can go to a local homebrew store and hops can be around $4 an ounce, but if you find the right deals on this website, you can get your hops for around $1 per ounce.
I'd buy that for $1.
And another thing that doesn't go unnoticed is that their hops already come vacuum sealed. Good looking out, my barrages. And we're brewing with Citra and Dorado today, so click the link in the bio if you want the freshest hops at the best price.
Shop smart.
But now this hop, this is top secret.
We happy?
Yeah, we happy.
But that's for another video. Stay tuned for that. But I need a recipe now. And the training wheel days are over. I just moved to Knoxville. I don't know what I'm doing. No more excuses, baby. Rule number 76.
Rule number 76, no excuses, play like a champion.
So I was stumbling across YouTube and I came across one of the most beautiful beers I've ever seen before on one of these beautiful channels. So I reached out to these barrages, Dan and Colin out there in Norway, and they happily gave me their full recipe. Not only that, but they put their recipes on their cans, which I love. I wish every brewery did that. Now these two Aspen Extremers own the smallest brewery I have ever seen, but I've said it before and I'll say it again, the smallest breweries are my favorite breweries. Not only that, but their YouTube channel is beautiful. Big shout out to whoever invented the internet, or else I'd never be in touch with these barrages. Can I make delicious beer, or am I all talk? My system is dialed in. I have the perfect hazy IPA recipe. What's the game plan? And I thought to myself, I have to make it. Now, even though this isn't my recipe, I'm gonna remix it a little bit, but I'm still gonna call it a collab. This is my first collab with a brewery, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a little jealous when I saw that Trent from the Brew Show collaborated with Southo Brewing in San Diego. Having a recipe on draft that people are enjoying and buying is a feeling I've never felt before. I almost had that feeling one time with Mike, the owner of Dissolver, one of my favorite breweries out there in Asheville, North Carolina. But Kyle from Clawhammer sick invited me. But what is a sick invite? The sick invite. Glad you asked. Let me explain to you what a sick invite is. You know when your best friends get together and have a killer day and then smear it all over the internet? Kind of like they didn't invite you on purpose and then posted all these pictures just to rub it in your face as you sat home all day bored out of your mind? Well, imagine that on a business scale. You have this idea to create a project with 2 other brands. Not only that, but you introduce them to each other and now they go behind your back and cut you out and then make an epic YouTube video behind your back and ghost you. Hey, Clawhammer, sick fucking invite. But enough of the banter and the FOMO. Let's get this brew day going. And we're going back to the buckets today to make life a lot easier for the no oxygen dry hop method. This recipe is big and it calls for a bunch of dry hopping additions, but we're only going to go for 2 or else this video would take another week or month to upload. As for the water, I hit the gold mine finding distilled water. I bought it all up. Now I'm not going to bore you with this giant breakdown of this grain profile. Just look at the description of this video. But this is a big beer at 8.3%. Now I've said in the past, you don't need rice hulls when you're doing brew in a bag, but there's a lot of oats in here, so I'm gonna go with it. And just make sure you stir everything together so that your grains, oats, and rice hulls are just evenly dispersed. As far as 5-gallon batches go, I wouldn't make a bigger beer than around 8.5% on the clawhammer system. It's pretty maxed out if you're using mostly grains at least. Breaking out the Epsom salt, it's been a minute on this. Big shout out to Amazon for coming through so I didn't have to buy another giant box from the grocery store. Now I'm gonna throw in my beer salt post mash, but before recirculation this time. Do you do it before or do you do it after? Check it out, perfect recirculation. I don't know if the rice hulls have anything to do with it, only John knows, but I do know it's a good time to clear your lines. Now I have heard of a ton of new hazies that I like using no bittering hops. Everything comes from dry hop, but I'm still gonna throw in a ½ ounce of each, both Citra and El Dorado for this batch. El Dorado is the go-to if you're going for tropical flavors, but keep in mind I'm using Lupamax hops. These hops are more concentrated, but they're also more expensive, so keep that in mind if you're going this route. But when in doubt, use Lupamax hops since they absorb less wort, ultimately yielding you more beer. I'm just gonna get the beer to 190 and I'm dumping everything else in. And we're going the no-chill method again. Put the lid on and let it chill out till morning. Pull your gravity, pitch your yeast, deal with your dry hop stuff. Original gravity is spot on. Shout out to the clawhammer system for that one. Shout out to yourselves for being here right now. Going with the White Labs London Fog. If you can't get this yeast, just go with your favorite hazy yeast. Gonna throw this in the keezer and set it to 65 degrees for a week. If you have stuck fermentation, bring it outside for an hour, maybe wait a couple days and then bring it outside, but don't leave it out there. As soon as the yeast kicks off, bring it back into recommended temp. Pull the 2-day dry hop after fermentation activity stops, and then 3 days later, pull the 5-day. Now we got 5 days. What's a barrage supposed to do? It's time to go on vacation. Back to San Diego, where I first started making YouTube videos like 7 years ago, and all my friends would just make fun of me. But that never made any sense to me. A lot of my friends would just rip on me for making YouTube videos, but then they would just stare at Facebook and Instagram for like 40 hours a day. Just shoot their entire day away looking at Instagram. Is that what girls are into? Guys that just stare at Instagram all day? How's that hangout? Hey, you guys want to hang out? Cruise on over. Yeah, bring your Facebooks. Let's chill. Hey, now I'm at the beach. Hey, now I'm waiting in a line at Starbucks. Hey, here's another picture of my toddler showing up on your feed with my address in the background. Oh, hey, look at me now. I'm in Hawaii. Yeah, let the entire world know you're on vacation. Yeah, you want to know how this is going to work? I'm going to head over to San Diego, do a bunch of meth, and rob their Amazon packages. Let's go to San Diego. Don't get me wrong, I love San Diego, but every time I come back, I'm broker than shit. I actually think I have to set up a GoFundMe next time I go down there. All right, here we go. Gravity finished out at 10:15, so we nailed it. 8.3. Looks delicious, smells delicious, tastes like an orange Julius. This is the best beer I've brewed in a long time. No doubt about it. By far the best beer I've brewed in Knoxville. No question. I've made a friend out here, a no BS dude that can give it to me straight.
Passion fruit, tropical fruit on the nose. A little bit of earthiness. Not a lot of hops on the nose. The Citra shines too. Oh, that's good. Clean, tiny bit of hop bitterness, but mostly like juicy.
That'll go away. Citra and El Dorado are my favorite combos for hazies. No forced carving, just let it sit a week. The hot burn has subsided. Kind of like hot burn in small doses, kind of. But this beer, it tastes like victory. Big shout out to my brother Jake at Yakima Valley. Big shout out to my boys out there in Norway. Bent Gate, subscribe to their YouTube channel. Link in the bio. You know the drill. My clawhammer system has worked flawlessly so far. I'm not upset about that collab anymore. Nothing that 6 months therapy can't fix. And as always, cheers to eating good and cheers to not being a tweak.